What's up, everybody? Asian Duke here. Wanted to address the FS family. I had a couple questions come across. Actually, a big question that kept coming across, which was, are we at the bottom? Did I miss the bottom? When can I find an entry? I'm going to show you a really easy entry, which is my favorite entry. Whether you're hodling or day trading, you will be able to catch this. The best part about day trading this would be, hodling this would be the fact that you'd still be able to catch the bottom if you miss the SMS that we recently had last week. That being said, before I get started, what I wanted to explain is the question whether or not we miss the bottom, if you miss the bottom or not, is because you just don't know how to read the market. You can learn to read the market if you go through the first two videos that I had posted, and it's very important. The reality is that FS Team is an educational platform. These coaches do an amazing job, and individuals within the group do an amazing job at finding gems. And they'll get you into those early projects. That's why I signed up. I wanted to learn about early projects, and I did make money on the early projects. My latest one was Emacs. I got in on that, made a quick 6,000, actually bounced to 6, dropped down to 5, and I got in low fives, 5,000. That was an exciting play. Anyways, that being said, understand that we have to take full responsibility for whether we miss the play or whether or not we win in the play. We take full responsibility. We're all adults here, and the reality is the education is here. Learning market structure is one of the basic foundations of charting, and you got to wrap your head around it. What is it going to teach you? It's going to teach you changes in trend. And that's what we are doing. We were ranging sideways, and we are now changing in direction. And that's what it's going to do. So if you have not seen my two videos, you've got to go back and watch it. I made that for you guys because I really felt a calling to help with the basics of charting, which is reading market structure. Okay, guys, enough of that. Just want to say that we're here to help, and as a moderator, I'll do my best to help out, and the coaches do an amazing job. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. I've got a 4-hour chart. On this 4-hour chart, we had an SMS. Okay, I caught this. Why? Because I had a couple of different things that were confluence. Confluence meaning things that add up for me to make my final decision on whether or not to enter in this play. I entered on a buy right here. This was a switch in market structure. And how I recognize that as a switch is because you have lower low right here and a higher low. This is higher than this low. Okay. That higher low gave me on a 1-hour chart. You drop it to the 1 hour. First things first, price came down to test for the low. And then when it tested for the low, it didn't go all the way down to this bottom. It created a lower low to a higher low. And it also gave signals. It told me the story that we are changing trend. Thus, an SMS, switch in market structure, which represents as a possibility of change. Here are the candlesticks that told me this. Candlesticks was this engulfing candle on the 1 hour right there. And we had another engulfing right here. And we had another engulfing right here. And on the second day, we had a pin hammer and this green candle, which those three candles made a 3-bar a 3-bar reversal. That was a lot of data telling me that we are switching from lower low to lower high, changing direction. Now, this is just possibility of change. I'd indicated during Alex's talk that we needed to produce what's called a break in market structure, which the break in market structure would be right here. This data point, I was very, very excited about this idea that this was here because this data point gave us a break in market structure. Okay, let me grab this. Boom, right there. This here gave us the break in market structure, the BMS, all right, for confirmation of change in direction. Okay, once price broke above it, I had indicated that price would pull back. It's called a retest. Why does that happen? Okay, hold on a moment. Retest. Go back to the 1 hour. Boom, boom. Blow this up. Boom. Okay, 1 hour chart, we have our break in market structure. Switch in market structure, possibility of change, climb, climb, climb. Break in market structure, we have a confirmation of change of trend. And we have a retest. When price came down, it came back to retest the break in market structure. Why does this happen? Okay, the reason why this happens is because, see this candle right here? Let me blow it up. Okay, this candle right here, this pin that produced the swing high, which is also known as their major swing structure, right? That produced this sell. Once the sell started, we had lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. All these lower lows here. And the reason why price came down to retest it is because whales and institutions that got in here at this point had sell orders. Their sell orders were profitable, 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 all the way down here, profitable. When price came up to test and break market structure, they are now negative, 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 negative. They are at losses. They collectively push the price down, retest in order to mitigate their losses. That's what happened. So this happens often. Anytime you have a break in market structure, you will see a retest because that whale or institutions in every market will come back to retest simply because he has to mitigate his losses. That happens often, more often than not. So, and I had indicated this once we have a BMS. So, where are you going to enter for your HODL account? If you miss this down here, okay, or anywhere here at level 1 from this peak formation low, level 1. If you miss this, wait for the break in market structure, pull back, here's your reentry. Now, that being said, let me show you something. Many times lately, what I've been doing is trying to pay attention to the behavior of Bitcoin. What do I mean by behavior? When we were on that call with Alex, I had indicated that Bitcoin did a zone flip. A zone flip is basically when price creates if you notice, all the accumulation was mostly done in this upper band, right? So this would be a support resistance line right here, this block. The zone flip was right here. When we had broken down into this level, we have a zone flip. So what a zone flip is, it is what is previous support is now previous resistance. So this is now resistance for this lower level band of ranging accumulation, sideways movement. Once we broke market structure right here yesterday, we now have a new zone flip to the upside. Here's what I want to show you guys. This zone flip is now the upper band. Should we expect price to range sideways for the next 4 weeks? I don't know, but you know what? I anticipate it because this is the behavior of this particular market maker. So if I were to tell you where we are with all this, whether or not you missed it, because I don't, the reality is we trade what's in front of us. It never came down to the 20,000s. And I don't even know if it's going to. And anyone that tells you, they better be working for Chase or Wells Fargo or Bank of America. But the reality is that we are here. And since we are here, I'm trading what's in front of me, which in front of me is a breakout to the upside, and I expect price to range in this upper zone flip before it breaks out to the upside. Then again, it might even break down to the downside one more time, making us one giant W pattern, which would be like this, right? I don't know. The reality is, again, I only trade what's in front of me. But I wanted to show you guys what I'm looking at so you guys can anticipate where I see pricing going and where you can catch a new entry. You'll be able to catch a new entry within this lower band. Look for your, on the 1 hour chart, for your reversal signals. Okay, guys? Anyways, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, comment, and I'll make an updated vid to answer any questions. Thanks, guys.